What's up, boys? We are back and we are chilling today. We are about to open some packs for the first time in like so long, dude. I don't make pack opening videos anymore, but you know, NBA draft day, this theme, this set, whatever you want to call it, actually looks fire, so I figured why not? And I actually had a video already prepared for today. You'll see it coming out later. It should be out around the same time as this one. I'm not sure when I'll get it put up, but it's another NBA draft theme video. But I figured with these packs, why don't we hop in, rip some boxes, and just chill, you know? I don't really just hang out this way with you guys very much anymore, so that's what we're doing today with this pack opening. And as you can see here on one of my accounts, we actually did get Anthony Davis already pulled. I didn't get him, which is why it's not in this video, but that's a fire pull. We'll definitely be using Anthony Davis for a bunch of squad builders. Last time I checked, he was going for like 700k too, which is crazy. The rest of these opals, 430k for Hakeem, almost 400k for Lonzo. That's crazy. Big O, what about Big O? Almost 200k. So yeah, the prices are pretty steep. They actually gave a 500 token collection reward, which probably isn't worth it if you're able to get the 3,000 tokens, which should be coming here any day now. But yeah, definitely some gems in this collection. I think the Anthony Davis by far the best card. Lonzo is nice though. Like his Sapphire card, Sapphire Lonzo, it was usable for so long into this year. So obviously the pink diamond's going to be fire. But I do have 450k VC. I actually wanted to do this last week when the LeBron packs came. Just make a video reacting to the finals, opening some packs. It would have been fun, but the 2K servers just didn't let that happen. And as you can see here, they're also not really wanting me to open packs today. It's going to be very frustrating, but I'm just going to get through it. And as you can probably tell, I recently just woke up. Like my voice is still waking up, but I promise we're in here. And there actually is a bunch of stuff to talk about, man. Like I don't make enough of these videos where I'm just sitting and chatting, but the NBA finals, of course, did go down. And as we get one of the guaranteed diamonds, going to be a ton of these. And obviously the Toronto Raptors did win the finals. And what do you guys think of that? Like, I know the hype of the finals has already worn off because of course it's the draft today and the Anthony Davis trade went down, but I mean that finals, it was a pretty good one, I would say. You know, the fact that it went 6 games instead of 5 or 4 like it has the past couple years, that immediately makes it better. Like it wasn't a 7-game series like it was in 2016 with the Cavs and Warriors, but you know, the Warriors gave it their all. Steph Curry, man, I gotta give him props. Like a lot of people are hating on Steph right now because he couldn't get the win for the Warriors, but you know, that's what it's like playing without another star or another 2 superstars. Like LeBron has gone through that every year, so Steph put up his numbers. He did his thing facing a ton of double teams and that kind of stuff. So Kawhi Leonard's getting all the praise, rightfully so. Kawhi wasn't really great in the last couple of games. Like game 6, I think he only had 21 points if I'm not mistaken. So obviously I'm not taking anything away from a great playoff run, but you know, it's not like Kawhi Leonard did it on his own. The Raptors this year were just a really good team from top to bottom. When you looked at the Raptors in the NBA finals and in their run, they pretty much always had 5 guys on the court who could get a bucket. Like even when they brought in guys like Norman Powell, like he's still capable of creating his own shot. Like the Warriors, you know, they'd have Andrew Bogut and Jonas Jerebko. Like those guys aren't threats, but the Raptors were always threats. They were pretty much unguardable, which is why looking at the Los Angeles Lakers and their new situation with Anthony Davis, it's why I think they need to be really careful. As there goes our first pink diamond. I think the Lakers need to be really careful. They're going to have, you know, between 23 and 32 million in cap space to spend, depending on when the trade goes through. It's all sorts of weird mumbo jumbo, but I think they need to be careful and not just spending it all on one other star as we pull a Jaylen Brown. Like adding a Kyrie Irving or a Kemba Walker or Jimmy Butler, obviously that would be fire and it would raise their ceiling, but you get one injury to one of those guys, and by spending that money on one other player, you're gonna be cheaping out on the rest of your roster. Like it's worked for the Warriors in the 2 years leading up to this, but as soon as injuries hit, and they were terrible, like the Warriors just didn't have the depth. They didn't have enough guys who could score and who could play, which is why, you know, especially if it's Kemba Walker, who's kind of more of a one-way point guard, that does scare me a bit for the Lakers. If you can get, like, I don't even know who are some veterans, like Trevor Ariza, or I think Danny Green's a free agent from the Raptors. He was okay in the finals. I've heard Patrick Beverley's name thrown out there. What about like Marcus Morris from the Celtics? There's a lot of guys. Seth Curry would be another one. Like if you can get 3 or 4 of those level players, guys who can play in an NBA finals in the playoffs but aren't stars, I think that's probably the way I'd lean if I was the Lakers. And of course, I'm sure they have a plan, but it's kind of interesting to think about. And I know you guys can't tell because obviously I'm gonna edit it out, but this one box has taken me about 8 minutes to open, which is way too freaking long. I'm cutting out in between each pack. Like I don't understand, when we're in the box, why is it taking the pack so long to open? As this should be Derek Coleman, who's actually a super cool card. I think he has a Sapphire that I've used at points in this year, and he's pretty nice with his left-handed shot. But let's wrap it up with a Galaxy Opal. How about that, 2K? I know it's only been one 10-pack box, box, but it feels like it's been an eternity. Nope. But I'm curious to read your guys' thoughts on the draft. Give me some predictions down below. I mean, obviously we know Zion's going #1 to the Pelicans, but after that, like, there's been rumors about, you know, the Grizzlies possibly trading or the Pelicans trying to trade up for Ja Morant. I saw Woj tweet that he thinks the record for most draft day trades will get broken today. That might just be Woj talking nonsense, because he's been doing a bit of that recently, especially when it comes to LeBron and the Lakers. But yeah, I don't know. We could see a ton of movement. In my opinion, the Knicks are the team to watch because they, of course, have #3 overall pick, and it seems like they do want to take my brother, my Canadian boy, RJ Barrett, but then a lot of people are low on RJ Barrett, so it's kind of confusing. I don't know if they have the assets to move up to #2, or maybe they trade down, because if you don't love a player, I'm all for trading down in the draft, just like the Pelicans at #4, that pick. But thanks to the trade with the Lakers, the Pelicans are obviously going to be stacked next year, like not stacked, but a really good roster around Zion. So what if they were able to trade that #4 for like another established player? That kind of seems like the move to me, or even moving down in the draft. Like the Atlanta Hawks with picks 8 and 10, I gotta believe they want to use that as a package to move up in the draft, right? Like 8 and 10, it's not the greatest spot to be. But on that note, that Pelicans-Lakers trade was just crazy. Like, a lot of people are saying the Lakers lost, they gave up too much. They got Anthony Davis, who's a top 5 player in the NBA, so you can't complain. The window for winning a championship with him and LeBron, it's like, it's now. It's in the next few years, and if they win a championship, who cares the moves you make to get there? But with that being said, the Pelicans probably got more for trading their superstar than, like, any team I've ever seen. Remember when the Cavs traded Kyrie Irving, who was a superstar? They got back Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder. Like, that was a terrible trade. So good on the Pelicans for getting a super nice haul as we get another pink diamond. But I don't know, like none of those players, Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, or Josh Hart, and probably the 3 first-round picks they got, like they'll probably never reach what Anthony Davis is. So it's really tough to gauge. But hey, I think the Pelicans did really well as well. And there's also a few other Canadians in the draft, of course, going to be drafted. Brandon Clark, one of them, from Gonzaga. He's I don't really know. I don't have high hopes for him in the NBA. You know, as a 6'8" kind of athletic big man, I guess that does fit. He could be like a super small ball 5, but he'll probably need to develop a jump shot to do that. But it's just super cool to see all these Canadians in here. It's also super cool. Rui Hachimura, he's Japanese born in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, the globalization of the NBA is crazy into these new countries. Like, you know, we've seen a lot of European players in the NBA, and we still do. Luka Doncic taking the league over, but seeing these new markets like Japan and Canada really popping up, I think it's just great for the NBA and for basketball. Like, we all just love to see it, right? Let me finish off with some fire here. Pack 10 took a while to load as per usual. Dang it. I'm getting so tired of seeing diamonds, man. Wow, and I just realized with these packs being so expensive, we can only afford one more box, which is what I was planning on doing anyways because it's taking forever. So make this one count, 2K. If you give me a Galaxy Opal, I will open one more box. But the other thing I just wanted to chill and chat about was actually this summer, because if you guys haven't noticed, some of you that are probably still watching this video, I've been super consistent over the last couple weeks, and I don't want to jinx it, but like actually it's been a few months now I've been pumping these videos out. I'm gonna keep doing that throughout this summer, like making YouTube videos. It's the goal, it's the vibe this summer. And I mentioned this a while back, but one of the ways I'm going to be able to do that is I'm actually going to start all-time teams. So for all 30 teams, I'm going to start right at the beginning of July. I'll probably upload them like every other day if possible, so that should be fun. I don't know if everybody will love every team, but especially if you see your favorite team on there, it should be good. I've already actually started recording some of them way in advance. This Pelicans team now that we got Galaxy Opal AD, we also have Opal CP3 on this account. He's kind of a trash card. I actually haven't even used him yet, but I know he's trash. That team gonna be pretty lit as well. Oh geez, like the Lakers team, we know they are gonna be absolutely fire. Kobe, Kareem. Wait, there's no good Lakers Kareem or Wilt though. That's what's interesting, but we will be getting that Opal Shaq because we've got all the anniversary cards, so that's gonna be crazy, man. Some of these teams, like all the videos you know are gonna be fire, but some of the teams specifically gonna be so good. And I obviously hope when those start rolling out there, I really hope you guys are gonna show some love on them because I know they're gonna be sweet, and I'm gonna be spending my summer less time by the pool than in years past, more time making these videos, which, you know what, I actually love doing, and I love all the support on my channel recently. It's super cool. Like, you guys are the best, man. Well, I hope you all enjoyed listening to me talk and hanging out with me, at least, because of course no real payoff with an Opal pull in this video, but we of course did get Anthony Davis on this account, so I can see why 2K Okay, didn't want to juice my packs. All right, yeah, pink diamond. Let me end off with 4 straight pink diamonds or 3 straight pink diamonds and an opal. That would just be perfect. Who's the center? Cat. Okay, I think we've at least got every pink diamond now, which is cool. Like I mentioned a few seconds ago, we are going to get the 3,000 tokens for Shaq because all we need is that Kevin Garnett card, which I hope they release as soon as possible. So I doubt we lock in this collection for the bonus 500 tokens, but oh man, whatever. Come on, man. Last pack. I'm not. Oh my goodness. They don't even let me. They don't even tease me with anything else. I'm not going to open singles because that's just going to take an eternity to pull a few more diamonds. So yeah, that was kind of a disappointment. I don't know. I hope you guys still enjoyed. It's been a while since I made a pack opening or a non-gameplay 2K video, so I thought it might be fun. Obviously, we didn't get those Galaxy Opal pulls, but hey, at least we got everything else. That's yeah, that's okay. This Tatum card is actually probably a W. Derek Coleman as well. Cat, like, these cards are nice. I just wish I would have pulled an opal. Anthony Davis, man, I just put a shoe on him, not a diamond. He can speed boost. That's kind of crazy. Oh, okay. This Anthony Davis might be a little problem here. Look at this. Look at this speed boost. Oh, that's a momentum cross. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. This Anthony Davis might be a problem. We're gonna have to look out for him on the all-time Pelicans team and pretty much every other squad I can get this boy into. Let's go.